Alright, here's another video, another installment of building my 8/8 axle for my Fox body so we can go 9s or faster in the quarter. This video, let's build some axles. Building a Fox body to go drag racing is not newly discovered anything. This has been figured out for decades, okay? Arguably centuries, if you're decades. They've got decades of figuring out how to make Fox bodies go fast, okay? It just is what it is. It's an unfair fight. Moser 31 spline axles, 5 lug. We got some nice heavy duty Moroso wheel studs. I believe these are the extended ones too. So real nice ones though. I did get some. I did get some wheel studs from LMR, which kind of comes with the 5 lug disc brake, I think, kit or something like that. But we're not going to be using these. These we'll hold on to them for spares, but those are better. Finally, we also got the Moser. What is it? Where'd it go? This is the Moser Engineering C-clip eliminator, and it is part number 9300 and 9333. It's both of them. I guess one's for like the 7.5, the other one's for the 8/8, but we definitely got the 8/8 one. Correction, we're not going to be using these studs because this is actually too small. We will be using the obliged lugs after all. Alright, so these are, this is the Moroso wheel studs that I had bought from LMR. I was thinking this was going to be good because it's extended and whatnot, but as you can see, that's not supposed to do that. That's too loose, so we're not going to be using those. So if we take these, the ones that were in our little kit, that's what it's supposed to do, because it's knurled and you're supposed to be able to press that through. So that's how it's supposed to be right there. So over here in the corner, obviously I have a Harbor Freight, a little 20-ton press, and then I have a pneumatic cylinder. So basically I have a really nice press available to me. But if you don't have a press, I'm going to show you how you can put these lug nuts on without a press. Now, it is the long way, probably not a fun way, but if you got an impact gun, you can do it. So follow along. I'll do the one example, but then I'm going to use the press for all of them. All right, so basically you get your flange, you do these one at a time. You're going to get your lug, you're going to put that guy on there. Then I like to take a little bit of a washer and just slip that guy right here. Then you take one of your lug nuts. This is just happen to be a little acorn, open-ended. It can be whatever lug nut you have available. And you basically spin that guy down right here. And then let's see. Kind of need that to go down a little bit. And then you take a wrench. It's gonna slide. It's gonna slide behind right here. It's gonna slide behind that washer, and then you basically are just going to cinch it down. And as this tightens down, it's going to draw this guy in. So, come on now. Ugh, I lost it. Okay, let's bring this back. Okay. Boom. Okay. And there you have it. And then there's one installed. Now, if you're a lucky individual to be like me and have a press, I'm gonna slide our axle. There you go. Put it. All right. Use this guy to help us push down. Alright, we got the one done. Get this guy somewhat centered. A little more. Alright, per our instructions from Moser, you're going to be taking this side goes toward the rear axle, because obviously when you put this on and you have these threaded holes right there, that's what's going to bolt your axle in. And so you're going to take this, and we're about to put this on the press. This is where the back side right here, this where I got my finger on, this black plane needs to be sunk down to there. So yeah, let's see. It's like inch and a half. Yeah, about right. So let's go ahead onto the press. You see a little mark. Time down. Let's do it. Look at that. Huh. Make sure you're in the clear. Two and 3/8. like it. Alright, so got one. Let's do the other one, because we had that weird thing where this guy popped out because we supported around it, and then this pressed out. So I hope I didn't mess that up. But if you look at it, it still kind of looks the same. So I don't think we messed it up too bad. When I say too bad, I don't think we messed it up. Axle. Thread side away. You go. We're gonna pull it out and check. Okay, we're looking for 2 3/8. So that's a solid 2.5. So we got to go down another whole 1/8 of an inch. Got with the axles with the C-clip eliminators assembled, but don't you worry, we're not done yet. So we're going to finally get rid of this. Oh, look, it's falling apart anyways. Look how thin that is. Jeez. All right, well, per the instructions, we gotta lop this off down to this little lip on the edge of this flange on both sides, and that way that will bolt up flush to it and seal. So we got the letter opener 3000. It's gonna help us. Look at that. And they fit. We got it spins. That's good. I don't have it snug down because there's no differential holding up the other side. You know, because things like that. But this is good because then now it basically just cinches down, and you just put a little RTV there to help seal it up, and it's good to go. Oh, and you're gonna have your brake caliper plate that goes right there. That's something else that goes right there. Just sandwiches in between here, so that helps to also seal things up. So all right, now let's go cut off the other side because I haven't cut the other side off, and that should wrap things up. Another little video down, building the Fox Body's rear axle to go 9s, maybe even faster, to hold 900,000 horsepower, twin turbo, Coyote, stick shift, small tire, maybe small, I don't know, but twin turbo Coyote in a Fox Body, and I'm pretty happy with the install of that. That went pretty smoothly. Followed the instructions. I read the instructions. I didn't video me reading the instructions because I don't want you guys to make fun of how I sound out some words. But basically, we got the axles built. Axles are built. I got the little caliper brackets on there just so I don't lose them and don't lose the hardware for it. I did put them on to the axle ends. They fit, as you saw, for the one side. The other side works just as good. And yeah, it's pretty much ready to go. And when you do go for the install, they do provide you with a little bit of like this aluminum like silicone aluminum RTV. That's going to go on the flange to kind of help with the sealing action of it. So again, guys, I appreciate you guys liking the video, and I also appreciate your input. If you do comment, was there something I did wrong? Did I do something in the wrong order? Did you like the method of the lug nut install? I sure didn't, because I have a press, and I like using my press. My press worked really, really good. As you can saw, it pressed all 5 of them at the same time. So leave your comment down below. Would you do anything different? Would you use C-clip eliminators, or would you have cut and welded on Ford 9-inch big bearing ends? Which one do you think is better? Let me know. I'm interested. Because say something happens, we got to cut them off and weld them. I'm going to need to know which ones to get. Anyways, if you like this kind of content, you like this kind of videos, why don't you hit the subscribe button? And if you want to see them earlier than the rest of the people, you can become an enthusiast level, which is a YouTube membership, $2 a month. You can see all these videos earlier. As soon as I upload them, you can see them immediately. So I appreciate you guys watching, and just hang on tight because we have more to come.